Again, and welcome to Sun Tzu's Art of War. Last week, as you may recall, we discussed that Chapter 1 involves planning strategy. Okay, so this week, we're going to go into what that means. The Art of War involves 5 factors. They are, in order, the moral law, also translated as harmony, which refers to morale to some extent. The difference is that the moral law refers to an aspect of the leader, not the people. So, as a working definition, let's have the moral law mean the leader's ability to inspire morale in his people. Next, we have heaven. Heaven refers to environmental factors like time of day, season, whether it's snowing, raining, fog, sunny, anything that can and should affect one's strategy for dealing with the enemy. Following, we have earth. Earth deals with travel time, distance, and condition of the road, and also its risk to life and well-being. Important to gauge so that you can know the condition of your army, or what the condition of your army will be when you arrive at the battleground. Next, we have the commander. Important for any good military. The commander needs to possess 5 attributes. They are wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. A commander who is possessed of these will fare better than one who is not, but not possessing them is more than likely going to cause one to fail. Next, we have method and discipline. These, somewhat self-explanatory, are commanding an army, setting up chain of command, controlling military expenditures, and effective discipline, both reward and punishment. Once you've dealt with the 5 factors, there are now 7 questions one needs to ask oneself. They are: who possesses the moral law, as we discussed earlier, which general has the better ability, who has the environmental advantage, who has better discipline, who has the stronger army, who is better trained, and who has greater disciplinary consistency. Answering no, that you do not have better discipline or your army is not better trained, is not necessarily a reason to not go to war. It simply requires an adjustment of tactics. For example, if you are the weaker army, then a bad tactic would be to attack your opponent head-on. So good tactics would be guerrilla warfare or other advantages that you can use with a smaller army than you can with a larger one. Now, once you have answered these 7 questions, you are ready to start laying plans. So what's actual strategy? First thing to know is that no battle plan ever survives first contact with the enemy. A good general is able to adjust on the fly, to take advantage of unexpected circumstances or counter unexpected attacks. It is the foolish general who maintains to a battle plan religiously long after it's outlived its usefulness. Second, all warfare is based on deception. If you can deceive your enemy, then you are a step ahead. The opposite is also true. If your enemy deceives you, then you are a step behind. If your enemy knows well the status of your military and location, then it is difficult to bait, trap, and crush him. But if he does not, then it's very easy to lead him where you want him to go, because he doesn't necessarily know that that's what you want him to do. Also important, you have to know the mindset of your enemy's commander, like a good chess game. If your commander is possessed of a violent temper, then provoke him. If he is proud or arrogant, then appear weak. These invite him to make mistakes that he would not necessarily do otherwise, giving you advantages in places where they wouldn't necessarily be there. But again, the point is that you just don't want to do what your enemy expects and try to catch him off guard. It is the general who strategizes ahead of time and attempts to account for every possible contingency that is likely to fare well. The one who does not is likely to be caught unawares. This is what separates the great general from the merely decent or competent one. With that, looking forward to the next installment of Wealth of Nations, and I'll see you all next week.